Hello everyone, and welcome back to my host machine. I haven't made a video directly on it for quite a long time at this point. You can probably notice the extreme uptime on the desktop widget, and it's for a reason. I've been using hibernation for the past year, and it's been beautiful. The way the uptime is counted is the reason it keeps growing despite the fact I hibernate it every night. And uh-oh, we've got a problem here. We're here to talk about Windows Update. Despite all the clickbait media headlines and all the memes, the vibe code hasn't yet caught up with my setup. I might just honestly be lucky. So a couple weeks ago, among all the tweets complaining about the problems we cannot fix about Windows Update, basically the updates themselves, I saw one tweet complaining, rightfully so, about the forced nature of updates. As in, the longer you go without updating your computer, the more power options Microsoft is going to take away. It's not news to me, but I never really cared to look under the hood to see how it actually works. So that day, 34 days ago, I decided to stop installing updates. Full stop. And it's been a while, and they did take away my rights to plain shutdown and a plain restart without updating. And I finally got to explore for a way to fix that problem Microsoft has created. Sorry for the black screen. Before I was always guessing it must be a registry value, right? And well, a registry value it is. Actually, two registry values. And they're located under HKey local machine, software, Microsoft, Windows Update, and Orchestrator. So the Windows Update Orchestrator is basically the service that installs updates to your computer. It's the main service that manages all the installs. Inside that registry key, we have two integer values called enhanced shutdown enabled, which is set to 1 when there are updates pending install, and 0 otherwise, and shutdown flyout options, which is a 4-bit bit field. These values are not documented at all. Enhanced shutdown enabled does not exist by default, so if you want to skip installing updates, just delete it. This is the default state of the Orchestrator registry key. Shutdown flyout options is set to 0 by default, so set it to 0 if you don't want to mess around and you just want to move on. There you go. You can now shut down and restart without updating. If you do want to mess around, stick with me. Set it back to 10. As already mentioned, shutdown flyout options is a 4-bit bit field. That means it accepts values from 0 all the way up to 15. And to make sense, it needs to be converted into the binary format. Let me pull up the table real quick. There we go. So these are the first 15 decimal numbers converted into hexadecimal and binary. Basically, we've got A here, which represents the 10 in decimal. And in binary, it's actually 1010. So what the hell does that mean? We're gonna have to go from the high order to the low order bit. Basically from left to right for what it's worth. I need to make some extra space here real quick. Hold on. Let's just mark the direction the bits are going, and it goes like this. The first bit is the update and shutdown button, so just call it US, update and shutdown. The second bit is plain shutdown, let's call it S. The third bit is update and restart, let's call it UR. And the final bit is plain restart. So these are the values the bit field represents. But what do they actually mean? What happens when it's set to 0 and what happens when it's set to 1? So the update bits, let's say update and shutdown and update and restart, they directly control the visibility of the update power option buttons. So update and shutdown and update and restart, they're directly controlled by those bits. So whenever the first bit is set to 1, update and shutdown shows in the power menu. Whenever the third bit is set to 1, it always shows the update and restart option. The plain bits though, the shutdown and the restart bits, the bits 2 and 4, they control the visibility of the plain power options, as in shutdown and restart without updating, when the update power options are present. So whenever these bits are set to 1, these actually matter. So we can probably exclude a couple values from here which are gonna repeat, because it doesn't actually control the visibility of the plain power options whenever the update options aren't present. I hope that made sense, but it's kind of really, difficult to explain. So for example, what do we have here on my computer right now? We have 10. It's set to A or 10. And what do you know? Bits 1 and 3 are set to 1. So essentially it's 1010. Bits 1 and 3 are set to 1, which means I'm gonna have update and shutdown. I'm gonna have update and restart set. And the plain shutdown and the plain restart are gonna be invisible because they're set to 0. So what do we have in the start menu? Oh well, that's exactly what the bit field says. If we set it to 11, let's say, that means the restart button is gonna show. The plain restart button is gonna show. Let's try setting it to B, which is 11 in decimal. And what do you know? The restart button is now in the start menu. So yeah, that's how it basically works. Whenever we set it to 15, let's say, it's gonna show every single button. Boom. Now we've got update and shutdown, shutdown, update and restart. Just like the bit field states. Whenever we set it to 0, it just resets to normal, because that's the normal behavior, that's the default behavior for the bit field. And I mean, we can probably try setting it to 3 as an example. It's gonna have update and restart, but have no restart button. Let's try that. Set it to 3, see what happens. We do have the shutdown button now, because the update and shutdown button does not exist. And the visibility of the shutdown button is not controlled by that bit field anymore. But we now have update and restart shown. That's quite interesting. Now let's set it to 2 and it's gonna be shutdown and update and restart only. Yeah. But anyway, if you do want to get rid of the updates, you just need to set the shutdown flyout options to 0 and delete the enhanced shutdown enabled registry value. And there you go. You've got yourself a clean start menu power options menu. Damn. So yeah, that's how it works. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and take care.